I didn't know that she was now sleeping with my husband. Whenever I'm not around, they just sleep together. My baby felt so sick. Before getting to the hospital, he wasn't breathing anymore.
Welcome to my News on Point, your pulse on trending news. Subscribe for more videos.
A lot of people on social media are judging this lady because of how she looks. But not too many persons even know how she ended up looking like this. The story you're about to hear from this lady right now is going to make some of you break down in tears. Please be advised. This is her story.
My family was not obviously happy that I was married. When she came, I didn't know that she was now sleeping with my husband. Whenever I'm not around, they just sleep together. My baby felt so sick. Before getting to the hospital, he wasn't breathing anymore.
What is your name?
My name is Pure Heart Became Into Beast.
How did you come up with that name? Pure Heart Became Into Beast.
It's really deep. Because what I've been through in life and people that I love so much betrayed me a whole lot.
Okay, can you tell us about it?
So I've been outside the country, like all over the world. Let me not say all over the world, but my family was using me for a lot of things. Like I was a money-making machine to them. Like anytime that I don't give them, they'll get angry and they will not talk to me for some days. And when I say like that, because I seek that so much love for the family that I called my own, then I'll do whatever they want.
Wow. Okay, so you live outside Nigeria.
Yeah.
And your family is based in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So all they ever had interest in is getting money from you.
Just getting money, nothing else. There was no love there. There was nothing like love.
So how did that affect you?
It affected me very deeply, and I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's so sad that I didn't get that love that I so much wanted from my family.
Was that why you changed your name to Pure Heart Turned Into Beast?
That's 7% of the reason why I changed my name to Pure Heart Became Into Beast. The remaining percent why I changed my name to Pure Heart Became Into Beast begins now.
Tell us about it.
So, 2019, there was this man that messaged me on my Facebook, and he was interested in me. He told me that I should tell him more about me. I saw the message, I didn't respond because I'm this kind of person that I don't respond to strangers' messages. So in 2020, when there was COVID at our place, I was so bored, so I started checking my DMs, and eventually I picked this man out of the people that I responded to his message. And he said he really likes me so much that if we can be friends, because in India and over there we only make friends, we don't do relationship, we don't go into marriage directly. So we started chatting from there until after 2 months we met, and when we met it was just love at first sight. So we started our love story from there, and after some few months later he proposed to me that we should get married, and which I was so happy because I was so much in love with him as well. But not knowing that I'm about to enter a deep hole that will ruin me forever. I was way to do it. I never lack anything. I never lack money in my life. I was a hardworking woman. I inherited a huge sum of amount of money from my first love. So a few months after we got married, I got pregnant, and we were so happy, and he was happy as well. And after some time, things was going fine, everything was going so perfectly well. So we started planning that we should get a future for ourselves. So he started telling me that he wants to build a house in India for the both of us. And because he was not financially stable, so I was the breadwinner in the family at that time. So I was more financially stable more than him. He was working for the Indian embassy, and he was a diplomat, but he's secretary to the ambassador. but his salary was not much, but mine was heavier than him. So he told me that we should build a house in India. Then after giving birth, we should relocate back to India. Then we were in Brazzaville, in Congo Brazzaville. That was where we were working because my business also was there as well. So I fell into his trap. I was giving him money every time he asked me to. The first one I started with, it was $10,000.
$10,000?
Yes, $10,000. So that was first to start for the building in India. Because Indian, if you want to build a house there, is very expensive. So that's what we started with. And later he told me that his mother is sick from breast cancer, that he wants to go to India, that he should sponsor his trip back to India so that he can go take care of his mom. So I saw my mother-in-law, so why not? Okay, you go. I got him tickets, I gave him some money. After 2 months he came back home, and then I was feeling so heavy. I was heavily pregnant, so I couldn't do anything on my own. So I invited my younger sister over to come cook for me, because I don't like strangers cooking for me. Not also knowing that one, they sent her to come do something in my marriage, because my family was not obviously happy that I was married, because now the money that I'm sending to them now reduced. So when she came, I didn't know that she was now sleeping with my husband.
Wow.
So because when you're pregnant, you're being naive. You don't know. You can't feel anything. Even if you feel, you just ignore it. I was feeling it, but I was just ignoring it. Whenever I'm not around, they just sleep together. So this man told me that he's going to work, that he's going to come back as usual. So he wrote a check for himself. The next thing that I saw was that the embassy called me telling me that he has gone back to India. And I was so worried that what happened, how will he go to India? I was even then I was calling his phone, he wasn't picking his phone. He wasn't responding to messages. He wasn't responding to his email. I was deeply worried maybe something bad has happened to him, maybe an accident or something has happened to him, not knowing that he has gone back to India. I went to the embassy. I reported the case, and they told me that they don't know where he went to, not knowing that they were the ones actually that sent him back to India. So through that stress that I went through, that I was going through, I was just 37 weeks pregnant then. Through that stress, I was forced to go to labor after 5 days of that thing that happened. So they forced me to labor, and I gave birth. It wasn't easy, it was really hard, but I passed through it. So after two months, the baby got sick. He couldn't sleep, he couldn't eat. I messaged the embassy that this is the condition of my husband, that please send him back, because he took my properties, my restaurant documents with him, one of our marriage certificates that was really important, and he stole my money as well and left. So I was left with absolutely nothing. My account was dried. I didn't have anything to take care of this baby anymore. I was begging them, please, they should do something. At least he should return back my money and he should come back. Not knowing that it was a plan all along. It was a planned marriage to take everything that I have. So he left.
Sorry.
So the embassy couldn't do anything about that, because I'm a black woman, that a black woman cannot marry to their own people. So as I saw that is a kind of racist thing, I left the embassy. I went to the embassy so many times that the last time they pursued me out from the embassy with police, along with my baby on my hand, 2-month-old baby. So I struggled to get the money for the operation. After doing the operation, my baby was okay. After 3 months again, that thing started happening again to him that I noticed. I went back to the hospital. They told me that he has to go under another operation. My baby felt so sick. I didn't even understand. So because I don't have money, and if I go to the hospital, they would definitely ask for money before attending to him. So I just couldn't. I stayed at home. So one day it was so bad that he was vomiting that I rushed him to the hospital. But before getting to the hospital, he wasn't breathing anymore. We tried to revive him. The doctor did so many things to revive him. I also did so many things to revive him. He didn't wake up. From there, they told me that I collapsed, and from there I saw myself in the mortuary. That was the first time I've ever been in the mortuary in my entire life. Seeing dead people was something so horrible that I still have this code whenever I talk about it and whenever I remember. My baby stayed in the mortuary, very cold. No mom to look after him, no dad to look after him. So we did the burial. Even when it's not like free in Africa, like when someone can just go and bury the baby like that. You still have to look for money to go bury the child. It's completely different. So I did everything, the burial and all. That was the most horrible feelings, horrible pain that I've ever been through in my entire life by losing the child that I gave birth to. I can't even begin to explain the pain that I went through. Me that was not smoking before or drinking, I started smoking. I isolated myself from the human beings because it was human beings that put me in that kind of situation. So if I tell you that I don't care about human beings now, this is the reason.
So sorry about your experience. Life is different for everyone, and I think I'm beginning to understand why you changed your name to Pure Has became into Beast.
Yes.
And is that why you drew all of this tattoo all over your body?
Just few tattoos before, but the more reason why I draw those tattoos a lot is because of what happened to me. I just feel that that's the medicine I could take for the pains to go away, but those pains can never go away. So after everything happened, I couldn't stay in the country anymore. I couldn't stay in India. I couldn't stay in Brazzaville as well. So I decided to come back to Nigeria and start all over again. I was seeking for divorce. The Indian community refused to give me, the Indian government refused to give me divorce. They said because I'm a black woman that they can't give me divorce. That's when I even knew that the man has already been married for years to another Indian woman.
Wow.
Back in India with 2 kids. So everything started coming back to me that this man just came to use me to take care of his family in India. I want justice for my son. I want my properties back, but I can't. Anytime I go to the embassy in Brazzaville, they threw me out with the police, and I'm still seeking for justice up to now.
So how has it been? How's life for you at the moment, living in Nigeria?
It has not been easy because I'm not used to this kind of life. Do you know when I was not born with a silver spoon, but I grew up enjoying the lavish life that I want. Do you know how it feels like from grace now you're in grass? That's really pretty hard.
Sorry.
The mom that I called my mom turned my siblings against me. The man that I ever loved and cherished betrayed me heavily, that I even lost the one that was even giving me joy. So, if you see me on the road, don't judge me. Don't criticize me because you don't know what I've been through. Nigerian people in Lagos, don't.
So do you have a job? What do you do at the moment?
Well, I'm not doing anything now. I'm just doing what I know I can do best by making people's hair online.
People's hair?
Yeah, I do hair as well. I have a lot of handworks.
I don't understand what you mean by making people's hair online.
Like they book me online. I come to their place or any location to do their hair, but that does not happen like every day or every week. It's once in a while, maybe once in a month.
Oh. So how do you survive now? Do you live alone?
Yeah, I do live alone with my present daughter that is now giving me joy.
You have a daughter?
Yeah, I went through some ways to get another daughter, a daughter, because I was about ending my life when I lost my son. So that's how bad it was. I went to another way to get a child.
What way?
I looked for a donor to make me have a baby. So we did that process, and I have a beautiful daughter right now.
But is it donor in your life?
No. It's just a business stuff, and he left. It's just a contract, so he does not have to be in our lives. Because even me, I don't want a man in my life anymore as for now. So that's why I made that decision.
How old is this child now, your daughter?
Well, she's a year and some months.
Okay. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so sorry about all you had to experience. Honestly, I never knew your story was even this way. While I was sitting here, I was almost crying. I can't imagine how people might have judged you on social media by just looking at your videos.
It's horrible because you know they are going through a whole lot as well, and me, I've been through a whole lot. If you don't say what you have been through in life, they will never know. Even if they know, they'll still judge you and criticize you for that. So people come to people's private page, start bullying them, disrespecting them, and using their names. Don't forget, what goes around comes back around. So it's not everyone you can just bully online and you think that that's just it. God have his own way of fighting for people. Don't forget about that. So the world is better if there are nice people in the whole world. Please, let's share love.
Your name, Pure Heart.
Pure Heart became into Beast.
I feel like you might have to change that name after telling the story.
I don't think I can ever change that name. That name, the reason why I changed it was this story that I just told you now. I can't change it. I don't think I will ever change it. My name before was the strong woman, Elisa. but I changed it to pure heart became into beast.
Well, I'm not gonna push it immediately, but I'm sure that when you begin to make new friends, which I'm very certain that they will come, things will change. So I'm just worried about how you're coping right now. You're in Lagos, you don't know anybody, and you don't really have a job. So I'm wondering how you survive, you know. I'm sure people watching right now, I don't like doing this because of some experience I've had with people who come here, you know. But I think that if you just like to support this woman and her child, I would strongly advise you do that. You know, do you have a bank account?
Yeah.
A Nigerian account?
Yeah, with my late son's name on it.
Is it still active?
Yeah, it's still active.
Very much active?
Yeah.
Which bank is that?
UBA.
The reason I stopped trying to talk about helping people on my platform is people come share their story, and when they get help, they don't come back to say, oh,
thank you, to appreciate.
Thank you. They don't ever do that, so it's really frustrating. And some people don't use the money for the intended purpose.
If I get help right now, I have a lot of business that I want to do. To open a fashion store and making hair inside as well, selling baby item, unisex clothes, and making as well hair and selling human hair. So that was what was in my mind. Actually, I did a business certificate. How do you call it?
Okay, registration of business.
Yes, I did it before because I had the plan that if I come to Nigeria, I will open a business. But unfortunately, I couldn't. So that money I use it to do the donor that gave me my child right now. So this is the account number over here. My eyes are not so clear to see.
Okay, 1026590180180 UBA. The name is Kenjelobik Ulashword.
Kenjelobik Ulashword.
Yeah, Ulashword. 10265901880 Kenjelobik Ulashword UBA. So for those all right, so let's see how we can also support this lady. You can also reach out to my DM too, if you have any thing you would like to offer her. You know, maybe you want to really connect it on the personal level before reaching out to support. I don't know, you can as well still reach out. Okay, I would say let me put your phone number, but I don't want people to come in and maybe harass you or something.
They will start disturbing me.
So I'm sorry, but I don't want your story to just end without anybody, no matter how little the support is. Do you understand? Let it come. I just want you to feel loved. I want you to know that someone listened to your story and felt that you deserve to be loved. Okay, so no matter what comes forward, just know that you are not alone in this world. Okay, the creator of this whole universe, he sees everything. Okay, there are some circumstances that might have happened to some of his children. It's likely not his will. The world is evil. The people who are going about hurting other people. Okay, so if you are living in Abuja, from time to time we could be doing some things together. Please, let's support her. Okay, let's show her some love. If you're in capacity in whatever possible way, let's show this woman some support. You've been looking for someone you want to help. Let's just give this woman every possible love we can offer. I don't want you to think that, well, you're not the only one watching this video, maybe somebody else will. You're also not the only one who's going to have this thought. So it's best that whatever comes to your mind, you offer it, because you might be thinking somebody else will, but nobody else will at the end of the day. So it's always best, let us all put our hands together and support her, so she can have a fresh start Lucky Udo Foundation is all about giving people a fresh start to life. I have a foundation, but I stopped for a while now because of some experience. Like I told you, most of the people do not use the money for the internet purpose or stuff. So I'm gonna come back later, but then your story made me feel sad. I honestly was not expecting all that you said. I honestly was not expecting it.
There's some parts I actually cut off because it's quite long.
Okay. Or maybe we'll talk about that part in the future.
Yeah.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this very story. Let's say bye to our viewers. So let's not make this video longer than necessary.
Merci beaucoup et au revoir.
Alright, bye. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.